I now recognize Mr. Smith for your testimony.
Chairman Wahlberg, Ranking Member Scott, and members of the committee, thank you for the privilege of testifying before you today. Public education has served as a cornerstone of our democracy. It provides the critical foundation that prepares young people to be full participants in our multiracial democracy and competitive in a global economy. I say that not only as a lawyer, but as a parent, one who sends my own children through a schoolhouse door every morning on a measure of faith. I trust that the adults on the other side will see them, teach them, and keep them safe. Keeping that trust and keeping our public schools strong and vibrant comes down to two things. First, we must guarantee that schools remain places where all students have an opportunity to learn and succeed. Second, we must acknowledge and respect the rights of parents and students alike, recognizing that their voices and perspectives are critical in creating and maintaining safe and supportive learning environments. Turning to my first point, a commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion ensures that all students can learn and succeed. Diversity is not a buzzword. It is a fact, a plain recognition that our classrooms reflect the full demographic tapestry of our nation. Equity means giving each student what they need to thrive. Far too many are trying to score political points and treat it as a zero-sum game. But equity doesn't redistribute a fixed pool of academic success. It expands it. And inclusion simply means that every student feels safe, respected, and valued, including mine. As a father of 2 Black children who attend public school, I understand the need every parent feels to make sure their children are affirmed and supported throughout their education. When we fail to provide a diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment in our schools, we harm students. Exclusionary policies have driven a troubling increase in incidents of racial harassment against Black students and other students of color, and to a large increase in anti-LGBTQI hate crimes and bullying in our K-12 schools. This is not new. Our nation often hasn't always lived up to the promise of inclusivity in our schools. But throughout our history, it's been this body, Congress, that has acted through intentional interventions like Title VI, Title IX, Section 504, to respond to and to correct historical and ongoing injustice. Importantly, Congress didn't stop at writing the laws. It built the federal agencies and infrastructure to enforce them. The Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights often stands as a student's last and sometimes only option to attend school free from discrimination. The Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division also plays an important role. I served in that division as a Deputy Assistant Attorney General. I have witnessed firsthand how civil rights laws have been used to open the doors of opportunities for students across this country. And now those doors are being slammed shut. These agencies have abandoned their roles in addressing discrimination, leaving students to suffer egregious harm. Turning to my second point, the important roles both parents and students play. Parents play a central role in shaping their children's education. As parents, we work to ensure that our children are in learning environments that are safe and affirming. Our rights as parents have been recognized by federal courts for over 100 years. While those rights are critically important, the Supreme Court has observed that the rights of parenthood are not beyond limitation. One parent's right does not supersede the rights of other parents or their children, nor does it allow for the erasure of history, the targeting of children, the banning of accurate books, or the undermining of the value of public education as a whole. Too often, the language of parents' rights has been misconstrued and manipulated not to advance the shared goal of serving and supporting students, but as a cudgel to divide our communities. This distorted view should not overshadow that students have rights as well. They don't lose them at the schoolhouse gate. They themselves have a right to freedom of speech, a right to express themselves, a right to receive information, and a right to privacy. So let me close where I began, at the schoolhouse door. Supporting the rights of parents and respecting the agency of young people are not mutually exclusive. They are the same work. The parent who wants their child to be seen and the child who wants to be seen are asking for the same thing. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. I look forward to your questions.
Thank you.